Welcome to Be Better Thursdays, a video every Thursday to inspire you to be the highest version of yourself with strong vida. Be better every day. Hi everyone, welcome to Be Better Thursday. I'm really glad you're here. And like I always do, I want to talk a little bit about last video and how I am practicing it. And so last video was about deciding that relationships are a place to grow. And by the way, this is a relationship series. And I've decided especially my romantic relationships were a place to grow. I would say a long time ago when I first had a hard time in my first marriage. And I think that was a huge turning point in my life, and it's served me amazingly. And now, better yet, it's been an amazing ride. Now, what I haven't done that good is to practice that same decision in other relationships in my life. And so that's what I'm doing right now, and that's the way I'm practicing it. So especially relationships, family relationships, I am being more conscious about deciding that it's a place to grow and using some of those tools with it. I'll give you an example. Asking myself, how can I help on the relationship with my mom, or asking myself, how can I help in my relationship with my sister, has been really useful. And so what comes out of that questions and the answers that comes out of that question has turned into actions. I'm still developing it, and obviously, again, like I always tell you, it's a work in progress, but just asking that simple question, how can I help this relationship to get better? And they are already really good relationships, I think, but you know, I can always look into making them better, not because I want more, but because as I ask myself that question, I become more aware, and I become more conscious and like more gentle and better towards them and towards myself. So I hope that maybe practicing that question works for you. And today I want to talk to you about the differences between you and the person you're having the relationship with. Again, it could be anybody, not only romantic relationships. And this lesson is very, very useful. This has been an amazing lesson for me. I've actually only, even though I've read a lot of books about it, I don't know why this has been the time where I've put it in practice the most. I think lately I also found an author in Spanish. Her name is Pilar Sordo, and she enlightened me about a lot of this, and I put it in practice right away, and I think this is something I definitely want to share with you. And it's also reminders, because we know this, but oftentimes we don't care. Our ego is too high up that we really don't want to give this any opportunity. And so here are the basics. When you're having a relationship with somebody, that somebody, regardless of their gender, is going to have sides of their character that are going to be more female oriented or more masculine oriented. So it could be feminine energy or masculine energy. So some men have tons of masculine energy, some men have masculine and feminine, some men has more feminine, vice versa, exact same thing for women. Some women have more masculine than feminine, some have tons of feminine, etc. So it's not, what I want to say with this is not that because it's a woman it's going to have all the attributes of feminine energy, and then because it's a man it's going to have all the attributes of masculine energy. It doesn't really work that way. So it's necessary that after we learn and investigate about it, that we really observe the person or the entity or the collective that we're having the relationship with, or that we're treating the relationship with. So, you know, if this is your kid, it also has to do with their age. So what age are they at? If this is your grandmother, it also has to do with what phase in their life they're at. And we go through different energies throughout our whole life. So even the most feminine woman can acquire more of the masculine essence through them at their later age or earlier age. So this is why we have to really observe. So the idea of this and why this is important, it's because you want to really get to know how the other person wants to be treated and wants to be loved. And this other person has not always has it so clear for themselves. And so because of science and investigation, the energy and masculine energy the feminine and the masculine energy can give you some hints of what this person likes and how is it easier to approach them. And so I'll give you an example. I'm gonna put here feminine and masculine. And this is as if you know, like, see it this way. If you want to communicate with your cat, what are you gonna do? You start realizing that this is a species that needs specific ways to communicate with them, right? Same thing happens with human beings. So everybody has a way into, you can be more successful if you communicate with them in that way. Also, by you allowing yourself to adjust to the other person's way in which they want to receive information or in which they want to be loved, you are also opening yourself up for more balance and being more mature. And so this is something really interesting that happens. What happens is we actually, all of us, need both of these energies, the feminine and the masculine. And when you have too much of one, by you being open to align yourself with the other one, you become more centered in your balance. And I'm going to explain this a little bit later. So feminine energy, most of the time it's focused on the process of things. And the masculine energy, it's focused on getting to a goal. It has a goal in mind and it needs to get to it. Feminine energy is enjoying the process of getting somewhere, okay? This is why, and I'm gonna put here, process, goal. This is why feminine energy likes to enjoy, like if you say, let's go on a vacation, for example, woman, and I'm gonna, just for the sake of explaining this, I'm just gonna say woman when I refer to feminine and man when I refer to masculine, but it's not necessarily like that. So when we go, I'm generalizing. So when we go on a vacation and we say we're going to go to Manhattan Beach this week for vacation. Vacation for a woman starts the moment she wakes up and starts processing everything. She puts her luggage together, she talks here, puts that, looks at her list, puts the stuff in the car, goes into the car, watches everything around, shows, talks, and shows, wow, we love to go to that store, converses with the kids. That is the process that women enjoy. Now, man is not really on a vacation mode until he arrives at his destination. So the moment he arrives there, that's when his vacation starts, because that was the goal. None of what the woman enjoys earlier, it's actually something that the man really cares about, to put it that way. Another difference, and I'm just going to tell you 3 differences. There's been extensive investigations about this, and there's so many books about it, and I recommend that you really read them, because this is helpful for all your relationships, and it's good that you know about this in your grandmother, in your mom, in your son, in your job, anywhere. So another example is that it's proven, right, that women like to talk a lot more than men. And actually there is a budget, a daily word budget that women like to spend talking, and it's about 3 times more than what men like to spend talking. And this is very important, because conversation and word, it's how we mainly at this point in our lives communicate with each other. Yes, we have technology where we communicate the written word as well a lot, but to be aware of when your partner or when the person you're having that relationship with wants to communicate with you, or when is the best time to communicate with them, it's very important. Now, women, because we like the process, we like to talk all the time, because talking, it's part of process for us. So we process things through talking a lot. Now, men don't process things. They don't really tend to process things. That's not their main tendency. Actually, the main tendency for men is to let go. The main tendency for man, even physically, everything that the man does, it's sexually, and even to everything that it does, it's letting go. And it's very visual. Everything that they let go, they see it and they let go. Versus women, we tend to receive. So we want to receive everything. And that is sort of what gives us the motherhood. And I'm, again, resuming a lot here, but just to give you an idea of like what are the differences between the two of them. Then besides these two differences, there's another one that it's really interesting. And that other one has to do with the way we assimilate and the way we organize information in our head. And so men have a very categorized way of organizing information in their head. They have what I like to call boxes. Okay? So boxes, I'm actually gonna do this. Boxes is like file cabinets or file folders for each thing in their life. So there's a box for work, there's a box for wife, there's a box for family, there's a box for all of that. In their brain, it's very categorized. So when they're dealing with one thing, they're dealing with work, that is the only thing they're dealing, because they're focused on that goal. We, instead of having boxes, women, we have everything mixed up. I'm gonna put it like this. So we are like, this lady, this author, I like the example. She says we are like, our brain should look like a purse. Like if you look into our bags, everything is mixed there. And if you call me and talk to me about work, and then 1 second later tell me about something personal, and then 1 second later, I am able to manage all that. Not only am I able to manage it, but I like it. I like to manage all that. And so there are tons of these differences. There's tons of them. These are only like the three most interesting that I wanted to share with you. And why these differences are important? It's because the moment you start acknowledging and adjusting yourself to the ways of the other person that you're having the relationship with, and again, this could be your boss and this is you, or this could be your boss and this is you. And so how does they like to express? How does they like to be loved? How do they like to be acknowledged? It's important to honor that, because you are having a relationship with this person in order to grow. Again, remember, not only to grow together, but to grow within yourself too, and be a benefit present in the relationship and around you. And so chances are that if you are 100% feminine, you need some sort of organization and a structure. So this actually is going to help, and adjusting yourself to this can bring you tons of benefits and can bring you ways to communicate with your partner. Most of the conflict in relationships are because of misunderstanding and problems in, crashing on communication and butting head. And so I'll tell you, knowing that, for example, knowing that you're in the car enjoying something and talking, and the other person that has a lot of masculine energy is not talking anything, and it seems like it's not listening, and it seems like it's in a bad mood. If you knew better about this, you could understand that person better, and he's not in a bad mood, he's not necessarily not paying attention, but he's just not code internally to talk as much as you, or to enjoy the process as much as you, or to not be aware of the goal, which is the destination in that case. So it's very interesting, and I invite you, this video is an invitation for you to dig a little bit deeper and to getting to know and decodify and open yourself more to understand and adjust yourself to the language and the way into the other person you're having the relationship works. I have had a lot of success with this, and if you have any other ideas or experiences that you want to share about this subject, please do. You can comment in this video or you can comment in my blog. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching our episode of Be Better Thursdays. If you would like more inspiration plus exclusive invitations and free resources to become better every day, please find the email list link in the description below this video. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, or just like it. See you soon, and remember to be better every day.